Hi, my name's the Comic Book Frog, and I'd like to point out that I'm one of the biggest fans of Mia on the show. Why? Because my other username is Mia Simp number 5, and I killed the first 4 people. I'm now number 1.
You disturb me. Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show here on the Geeky Puppet Show, of course, with Froggy to discuss season 2, episode 10, I believe, of Kung Fu. Yes, we've been covering this show since the beginning, actually, partially. The first set of reviews for the first season are actually on another channel somewhere in the YouTubeverse. But here we are reviewing season 2. And, well, because we're reviewing season 2, we've been recapping and going over all of it. And you know what? This is one of the best shows the CW has currently. It's actually one of the few that's not canceled. So, got that going for it, too.
You know, it is good because there only is 3 good shows on the CW.
Yep.
And the third one's come back.
Yay!
Because right now the only 2 are Kung Fu and Superman and Lois.
Yep, and Stargirl will come back this summer. Yeah, we're excited for that.
So she'll be called Summer Girl.
No, she's still called Stargirl.
Summer Stargirl? Or is it Stargirl?
No, not Summer Stargirl. Not Summer Girl either. It's just Stargirl. But enough of the superheroes. Let's get into some Kung Fu action. Yes, because here we have a lot going on. Ryan, at the end of the last episode, was shot. Nicky's brother. And Nicky is, of course, our main character.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly, he is rushed into the hospital. And tensions are, arising. Because Nicky explains to everybody why Ryan was in the line of fire. Because he was chasing after Mia. Because Mia, if she kills Russell Tan, the big bad of our series, it's going to affect her personally. It will corrupt her and turn her into a legendary, I don't think a legendary figure is the right way to say it, but she herself will become corrupted. A villain. Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And basically the family after that is unhappy. Really unhappy because they didn't know any of this. Because, Nicky was keeping them all in the dark. So Althea, even though she is not upset at her sister because she actually did know some of these things, she says it might be better for Nicky to go ahead and go. And Nicky at this point is, she's filled with grief.
Yeah, the mom actually kind of reverted back to the way she was in the very first season.
Yeah.
How she treated Nicky.
I mean, it makes sense. This is something very traumatic.
She was in shock and stuff. And the only thing she cared about was Ryan, and, it just, I was like, wow. And then Nicky kind of got pushed aside, and it was great to see Henry. Henry's back.
Yes.
You got a little scene with Althea, with the chips and all that stuff, and it was a little funny thing, and Althea's like, what about all the food? She's like, they're fine, but we're worried about it.
Yeah, Dennis proving that he is a good husband once again. Good guy Dennis, though he is poor now. He's poor guy Dennis, but he's also good guy Dennis. The money did not corrupt him. But, however, Nicky is, she is given a solution. The, what are they called? The Y-Zen? The Y-Zen?
I think so.
Yeah, which is basically a small gang, I suppose you could say, of skilled fighters who have been attempting to rid the world of the energy, the mojo that Nicky and Mia have in their bloodlines. The things that make them, they're already skilled fighters in their own right, but they have increased strength and other abilities granted to them through this power. And ultimately, the Wise Men say, hey, listen, if we can have the small jewel that's able to channel the energy, and if we can perform this ritual, we can destroy the energy altogether. And the bell will be stopped because Russell Tan's goal is to take the bell, use the hammer, and ring it to cause an earth-shattering event. And ultimately, Nicky, at this moment, she's all on board. She's like, yes, fine. I'm good with that. This is not a gift. I do not feel like this is a gift. This is a curse. Look what it's done to my family thus far. If I can rid the world of the energy, I'll stop Russell Tan and I'll save Mia. Except when she goes to collect this jewel, she is visited by a woman named Zhao. Zhao, many decades, years beyond ago, is responsible for the bloodlines that we are introduced to in the first place. And ultimately, she says, if you do this, if you destroy the energy, you're going to kill Mia. Zhao, of course, wants Mia dead because as a hybrid, she is very dangerous. But she will also cease to exist because that's why she is able to exist in people's minds. So Nicky has to go to Henry. And Henry was the one who was having doubts about her giving up this energy in the first place. She goes to Henry and says that she can't do this. She can't at all. And she goes ahead and she gives the excuse that she doesn't trust Henry's dad because his dad works for the Wise Men. But that is where her mistake actually lies. Because she then explains that it will kill Mia if we do this. But at that point, she's already affecting Henry's mind. She's already giving...
I understand that she doesn't trust Henry's dad because, well, Henry never trusted his dad. All of a sudden, Henry's all cozy to his dad out of the blue.
Well, over the past few episodes, they've been building a bond.
Yeah. And also, Mia, or not Mia, but Nicky has every right to trust the group, because just because someone appears with it, doesn't mean that they are.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But with how she was talking about it, it threw him off. And that is where our problem lies. However, it doesn't last long because as they fight about this and he's feeling kind of left out of these decisions, even though he's the one who really helped her upon her path. She's about to storm out, but she's stopped. Well, how? Well, the leader of the Wise Men have stopped her, and they've kidnapped her and Henry and locked them away to take the jewel. Well, they're going to take it and do the ritual, and this gives a moment for Henry and Nicky to really fix the problem that they had. And then they have to figure out how to get out. So with those rough patches patched, they're able to. They're able to go stop the ritual with an entertaining fight. I have to say I enjoy the fights on this show. And ultimately smash this jewel, meaning that the energy now cannot be destroyed. But it also means Russell Tan is still a threat. Mia, in the meantime, has been with Xylin, and she has been training a little bit, and they have a plan to stop Russell Tan at his limo because he's going to a meeting. But they stop his people. They stop the limo, and it's really Xylin who's killing all of them, and Mia's just kind of watching in almost horror because it's traumatic. She's never killed anybody before, but now, And ultimately, they get to see who's in there, and it's not Russell Tan. It's Juliet, Russell's daughter. So they kidnap her. Mia had a short attack, but they were able to get past that once the jewel was smashed. And once they kidnap her, they plan on using her as a chip against Russell Tan. The final bit of this episode is, Ryan. though everybody around him is very upset. They're dealing with this. His chef boyfriend comes in and admits that he loves him, and at that moment, of course, it's a little cheesy, but he wakes up, and yeah, all is good. Nicky comes back, and Ryan explains that this isn't Mia's fault. I didn't get shot because of Mia. We have to go. We have to get her. We have to save her because she's family. And that's pretty much the end. Yeah. Ultimately, that's all that happens. But I have to applaud the show because they go ahead and propose. They've proposed good options before with severe consequences. And even though they're willing to take those consequences, sometimes there's a step that's just too far. And I think it's written excellently, especially compared to what we're about to review. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to say, Froggy?
Not. All I gotta say is that this show, all the actors on here, not a single one had any cringe, bad acting, bad lines. The writing is great on this show.
Yep.
It proves that this is one of the top 3 shows on the actual CW, and I really hope this show does not get the X. I want 7 more seasons, man. If the Flash can get that many, why can't this show get it?
Well,
It's proven. It's proven that no, this show, every episode proves that it's deserves to be on the channel.
Yeah, it deserves to actually be on a better channel, but that's for another. That's another.
Well, I mean, nobody can afford streaming,
Yeah, that's true. But ultimately, another great episode of a solid show. I can't wait to continue. But we're going to go ahead and put up the banner, the ticker down below. I know Froggy is staring at it longingly. But to remind you to please comment. Have you seen the show? If you haven't, you're making a mistake. It's a really good, solid television show that's on TV right now. I know those can be rare to find some of these days. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Mm-hmm. It helps out the channel a lot.
Also, if you disagree with our review of this, because pretty much it's actually Puppeteen's the one that reviewed the whole entire thing. If you don't like what he said, leave a comment down below. And if you disliked it, click the dislike button because every interaction helps us get picked up and shared around. And we need more subscribers. We want more people just engage comment with us because it's great that people come in and watch the streams, but we want to hear your opinion. And you click on it for not even a second, Those, I mean, I love interaction talking to people about this show because it is just a fantastic show. And if you don't like this show, if you're a person that thinks this show sucks, leave a comment. Tell me why you think it sucks.
Tell us why. Yes. Please, it does help out the channel, and I like being picked up like some guy in the She-Hulk trailer. Mm-hmm. But that's the end. We will see you in the Flash. Good to see you too, Tillium. Make sure to go over to the Flash. We'll see you there. All right. So for Froggy and myself, thank you and bye.
Have a good day or a good night or a good morning.
That's right.